Good morning, everyone. Welcome to World Educators Training Center. My name is Sayla Museros. I will be your competency assessor for Cookery and C2. Um, Let us acknowledge the presence of Ma'am Cyrene Osenya, our TESDA representative. Good morning, Ma'am. She is not going to assess you. She is here to observe if the conduct of assessment is in accordance with the prescribed competency, procedure, and methodology. Before we start, let me check your attendance. Please affix your signature adjacent to your name on the attendance sheet and please submit your admission slips. As of check your self-assessment guide, all the questions are answered with yes. It means you are ready for assessment because you know and can perform all the units of competencies in preparing seafood dishes. The purpose of this assessment is to determine the level of the competency for your qualification and certification. The tasks to be performed are the core units of competency in prepare seafood dishes, and they are the following. First, perform mice in place. Second, handle fish and seafood. Third, cook fish and sell fish. Fourth, plate and present fish and seafood. And fifth is store fish and seafood. From your performance, I will collect and gather the evidences through the methods of assessment that will be used, such as demonstration and oral questioning, to determine your underpinning knowledge and skills. You will be graded as competent and not yet competent. If you are competent, you will receive your certificate, and if not yet competent, you may apply for reassessment. You can be reassessed anytime at your convenience. In case the reassessment is a full of qualification, you have to undergo the whole process. If you were found competent in some units of competencies, the reassessment is focused only on the unit of competency that you were found incompetent. If you failed for 2 consecutive assessments, you will be advised to undergo a refresher course before applying reassessment. The result of the assessment is kept confidential and the assessment package is kept in a secured place. It is only available to the authorized persons and to the institution where you had your actual training to maintain the integrity of the assessment process. For your personal needs, the washroom is located here on the 3rd floor beside the tool room. Let me remind you that during the assessment, you are not allowed to leave the premises without the permission from the assessor or to loiter around the assessment area. Please observe the security policy and procedures and follow the rules to the use of the assessment center facilities. The use of a cell phone is likewise prohibited. If you have difficulties understanding the instruction, please do not hesitate to inform. I am more than willing to translate it to you in vernacular. If you want to clarify things about the assessment, you can do so. If you have some physical difficulties, please do not hesitate to call my attention. During the assessment, please observe the safety while doing a difficult task. Make sure to check the equipment before plugging it. If the equipment malfunction during your demonstration, please call my attention and it will be documented. Observe body mechanics while lifting a heavy equipment to avoid injury. In case of accident, please call my attention so we can provide you with first aid, and should emergency arise, our medical staff is ready. Our center is well maintained and located in an environment conducive to any health condition. It is open to all kinds of denomination. Do you have any questions? Let us start the assessment. I have here the specific instruction for the candidate. Please read and understand it carefully and don't hesitate to ask questions right now. Once the assessment is started, you can only ask questions to me and not your co-candidate. I will give you your numbers. Number 1, please proceed to the assessment area, and candidate number 2, please stand by the waiting area. Okay, candidate number 1, please read the specific instruction again. If you have any questions, you can ask me now, because once the assessment has started, you are only allowed to ask questions to me.
Ma'am, I don't have any question.
In that regard, you may start now. It's time for oral questioning. How do you do?
I'm okay.
Why fat fish are best for baking?
Because they are less likely to be dry out.
How do you feel now?
I feel confident but quite nervous.
How do you rate yourself in the scale of 1 to 10? 10 is being the highest.
I rate myself 7.
You were able to demonstrate the task quite well while the following procedures properly. You were also able to answer all the questions perfectly. However,
To maintain the cleanliness and orderliness of the work area after the activity.
my reminder is to,
Keep in mind the OHS policies.
having said that, my overall evaluation of your assessment is that you meet all the requirements of the competency standard. Congratulations, you are competent. Please sign the CARS or competency assessment results and the rating sheets. This is the CARS. This will be your claim stub which you will receive from the assessment center manager after your assessment. Once you receive this, you may go to the TESDA office located at the second floor of Grand Central Terminal, City Lucena. For the application of your national certificate, you need to pay 50 pesos and attach your ID passport size picture. After 5 working days, you may claim your certificate. Bring the transaction receipt and valid ID. Once again, congratulations. You may now proceed to the waiting area and please call the next candidate. Thank you. Okay, candidate number 2. Please read the specific instruction again. If you have any questions, you can ask me now because once the assessment has started, you are only allowed to ask questions to me.
Mom, I don't have any questions.
In that regard, you may start now. It's time for oral questioning. How do you do?
I am okay, Mom.
Why fat fish are best for baking? How do you feel about the assessment?
I feel nervous because I am not sure I have done to assign task correctly.
Okay, candidate number 2. During the assessment, you were not able to properly follow the procedure. As the result, the bread was not able to rise before baking and did not achieve the right texture of the bread. With that, I am very sorry to inform you that you failed to pass the assessment. Your answer in the oral questioning were not satisfactory. My suggestion to you is focus on how to achieve the right texture of the bread. Moreover, always remember to be patient and confident with what you are doing. Now, based on the results on my observation, I found out that you are not yet competent. However, you can be reassessed anytime at your convenience. If you have doubts on the result of your assessment, you have the right to appeal and you can submit your appeal to the AC manager right after the assessment. Kindly sign the CARS. Do you have any questions?
None.
Thank you. Okay, please stand by for the evaluation to be conducted by TESDA. You have done a good job. Thank you and goodbye.